Ready.
This is the voice of Wayne America.
Lighten up, Francis.
With your host,
Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here.
Mike Carnes.
How do you measure yourself with other golfers?
By height.
Only at WayneAmerica.com.
The supernova's gonna kill us all.
Okay, this guy is a real zero, that's true. Let's just think back when you guys were freshmen, huh?
.com.
Hello and welcome to the Voice of Wayne America podcast, an exclusive here on WayneAmerica.com. I'm Mike Carnes, your host here for the weekly program, and every week here on the show we talk about somebody or some group of people that have something to do with the best town in all of America, and that of course is right here in Wayne America. We want to thank our sponsors. Providence Medical Center is a sponsor to the Voice of Wayne America podcast, and we will talk about them here in a little bit. But first off, you know, it's May in Wayne America, and that means two things. The first off is that spring is finally here. We're done with winter. I don't think we're going to see another snowflake for at least another 6 months. But it's also graduation time. And Wayne State had their graduation ceremony this past week, and then on Saturday, it's going to be the Wayne High School class of 2018's turn to take that walk across the stage and get that magical piece of paper that says, "I is a graduate." And last year we had the class of 17 talk about some of their memories of yesterday and hopes for tomorrow. And I thought we'd make that a tradition here on the Voice of Wayne America. And so we have members of the Wayne High class of 2018 that are here with us this week to talk about some of their favorite school memories, what their emotions are heading into the big weekend, and what they hope to be doing maybe 5, 10, 20 years from now. It doesn't seem like that point will ever come in their lives. I can remember when I was 18, 19 years old, I didn't think I was going to make it to 30. And here I am in my... Well, I'm past 30. So, but at any rate, we have 6 members of the 63 Wayne High School seniors that are listed on the class roster who are scheduled to take that legendary walk across the stage on Saturday to receive their high school diplomas. And that'll be, of course, at Rice Auditorium at 2 o'clock. With us on the show are Colton Spar, who is the son of Chad and Marcia Spar, Sam Bruckner, who's the son of Brian and Tracy Bruckner, Grace Heithold, who is the daughter of Mary and Brian Heithold, Kylie Hammer, who's the daughter of Scott and Melissa Hammer, Jenna Trenhale, who's the daughter of Phyllis and Jason Trenhale, and Shay Abraham, who's the daughter of Scott and Cindy Abraham. So I'm just going to throw this out to everybody, and whoever wants to answer first, go right ahead. A few days left until graduation. How do you guys feel about that day coming up and taking that walk down the aisle?
I'm ready.
There's a lot of stuff to do. There's a lot of stuff to do for graduation parties that it never really registered in my mind until it came around.
I'm so excited.
About as prepared as I can be, but that's not very prepared.
It's kind of mind-blowing just to think, like, it felt like yesterday we were just freshmen walking into the school, so...
Scared of the seniors.
It's pretty
Yeah,
exciting.
I was intimidated by the
Jenna's
seniors.
brother.
Yeah, Reed, he was fun, yeah.
He gave me a hard time a lot.
Yeah, they did that on purpose.
I know.
Kylie?
I've been cleaning for about 2 months, getting ready for graduation, so I'm ready for it to be done.
Cleaning house? Or,
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Mom and Dad don't help out with that? Or?
Oh, they help out, but I help them out.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were cleaning up what they were messing up or something.
Nope.
Well, you guys, like I said, graduating this Saturday, what are some of the, there's always a lot of memories, that you guys have. What are some of the fun and crazy ones that you guys remember from school? And not necessarily just high school, but just, growing up in Wayne and going to school here. What are some of the memories you guys remember?
This year especially, football. I mean, we had a great season this year, and it's something that's going to stick with me forever now. I mean, I didn't really think I was going to miss football until I started playing this year, and it just kind of hit me after that last Wahoo game where it was kind of a heartbreaker. And Coach Hoffman said to the seniors, he said, no, it's going to be JV squad now at the end of the fourth quarter, and I really couldn't believe that. And I think that's what I'm going to miss the most. It was a great season, and it was just a lot of fun to play with all my classmates. Our class really brought the whole team together, and it was a lot of fun.
Probably one of the best memories I have of high school, probably from freshman year. As I'm sure Sam and Grace remember, the seniors our freshman year were a little bit goofy, because that class had Reed Trenhale and Austin Hammer and Jack Belt, and they were messing around at jazz choir, and I'm sure Sam remembers this. Jack Belt dropped his phone, right?
His keys.
He dropped his keys.
In about the smallest crack possible.
Yep,
And it took us about 30 minutes to get them out.
It was between a cupboard and a wall, and it took about 30 minutes a hanger, and way more effort than it should have to get his keys out of there.
Girls, were some of the memories you guys have?
Well, definitely senior year, like out of all the teams of the past 4 years during like basketball, track, and softball, this will probably be the most memorable team I've ever been on because we all got along, we all had a really good time, and made a bunch of memories this year.
Yeah.
I think we'll all miss like every activity we've been on,
Yeah.
been in, especially this year has been mind blowing. Just it's crazy how like, in your senior year you finally like get super close with every member of your class, and it's like why couldn't we have like gotten so close earlier on in high school? But it's just great.
Yeah.
For me, it's always like the last goodbye, like, oh, this is our last football game, this is our last basketball game, this is our last practice. And it's like, you don't realize it'll hit you, like, this is our last high school year. It hasn't hit me yet, and this was my last day today, because I won't be here Monday, but...
Yeah. What about you, Kylie?
I don't really know. Everyone's changed. Like, we were the class that everyone did not look forward to having, and I think
Not at all.
I think our senior year, everyone was looking forward to having us because we've just all matured. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Not all of us, maybe.
Yeah.
A good chunk of us.
A good chunk of
But
us is
we're-
fair.
A pretty diverse and like class, and
Yeah, and
everyone has their strengths,
Yeah,
and it's so cool.
We're a really involved class. I think we're one of the most involved classes in the high school.
Right,
I
yeah.
mean, if you look at football games, you look at concerts, you look at anything there's a lot of seniors on that group. And
I think honestly, Power Drive is one of the only activities that there
Are
are no
no
seniors
seniors,
involved
yeah.
in.
yeah.
I think every other activity has at least one senior in it.
And I think we've shown good support for even the activities
Yeah.
that we're not in. For sure.
Well, I know that's one thing I've noticed about a number of classes, not just your class, but it seems like you kids are involved in so many different activities, and then on top of that, you're supposed to be students first, and then you have home responsibilities, church, other stuff outside of school that you're involved in, and it blows my mind to watch some you guys participate in these other activities, and like where do you find time to sleep, to study, to get a meal in somewhere?
You don't sleep.
There's no sleep.
During senior research paper was the worst. I got like no sleep trying
The
to get
funniest
that.
times is when we all had like a huge test or a huge project due like the next day, and we'd all be like in the like a class or like in the hallways just like stressing to each other and being like, we can't do this.
Grace particularly ran around a lot yelling,
Yeah,
"We can't
that
do
was
this."
mainly Grace.
Yeah, but somehow you guys managed to get it all done because
Yep.
here you are, getting ready to graduate.
Yeah, and the
God.
teachers like give us crap because like you guys need to get more sleep. Well, we're busy up studying and being ready for your class the next day, so it's kind of your fault.
I think during the time where speech and musical overlapped,
Oh, that's
I think Sam, Grace, and I, except Sam, he wasn't in speech this year, but last year especially, I think we all never went home. Like,
Yeah.
I lived at
Just-
school my junior
Certainly.
year.
literally
Yeah.
just went home to shower and
Yeah.
sleep.
Shower,
Eat something
catch a
and
nap,
come
grab something to eat, and away you go.
Yeah.
Your parents just don't even see it. It's
Yeah.
You just live there sort of, and you don't even.
But like
talk.
next year it won't be like that, and so
Yeah, it'll be a lot different.
we'll miss it almost kind of.
I'm gonna miss the homemade meals.
Has any of that sunk in for you guys yet? That this is the end, and you're
No.
gonna
Not at all.
you're gonna be college graduates and
No.
on your way to being adults, and
I'm gonna miss eating lunch with my parents. That I didn't realize how much fun that was until I kind of started thinking about it and like, oh wow, that's not gonna be there anymore. But it'll
Yeah.
be good. It'll be a good change.
I think we're all excited. It just hasn't sunk in yet.
Yeah.
it just hasn't completely hit you yet.
Yeah.
Not sure how to deal with it, honestly.
We're talking with members of the class of 2018 at Wayne High School here on the Voice of Wayne America podcast, talking about graduation coming up here this weekend, and wanted to talk real briefly about Providence Medical Center in Wayne. They're proud to announce the addition of a new surgical procedure they now offer at the hospital called shoulder arthroscopy. This surgical procedure is for those who have rotator cuff injuries, where the surgeon inserts a tiny camera and the necessary instruments through small incisions incisions in the shoulder rather than doing an open procedure with a large incision. Dr. Joseph Caro specializes in orthopedic surgery for Providence Medical Center. He is a team physician for Wayne State Athletics and also offers his expertise at multiple high schools in the area. For more information, check out Providence Medical Center's website at www.providencemedical.com. That's Providence Medical Center. Extraordinary care rooted in compassion. Talking with members of the 2018 graduating class at Wayne High School here on the Voice of Wayne America podcast. Big day coming up Saturday, 2 o'clock at Rice Auditorium on the campus of Wayne State College. And about 60 graduates from the class will be taking that walk across the stage there at Rice Auditorium and getting their high school diplomas. And with us are some of the members of the class here. We have Colton Spar, Sam Bruckner, Grace Heidhold, Kylie Hammer, Jenna Trenhale, and Shay Abraham with us to talk about some of the memories and what they're looking forward to and everything like that. So got a few kind of fun questions or they're fun. I think they'll be fun. The answers will be fun anyway. So I'm just gonna fire them off. You guys answer with whatever comes to mind here. So the first question is, who is your favorite teacher and why?
You just want to go down the line?
Yeah, just go around the line.
I cannot decide between Mr. Speaker and Mrs. Anderson because speech and choir, but they both kind of exemplify what I want to do because I'm going to college for education. So seems like the kind of teaching style that I want to do.
Okay, Sam?
My most influential teacher is Mrs. Anderson by far. She's helped me through everything, and with me going into vocal performance, she's had a huge impact on my life. But the best teacher to just have fun with is Mr. Dorsey by far.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's a really hard question. I feel like Mrs. Anderson, I've really connected with her and we've had a lot of fun, but Mr. Speaker has also been a great influence, especially this year, and he's so fun in class. He loves just cracking jokes and it's hilarious.
His laugh, I can hear it up in the psychology classroom.
Mine would probably be Mrs. Hoskins. She's the one that kind of influenced me to go towards elementary education, and I loved her as a teacher, so yeah, definitely Mrs. Hoskins.
Mine would probably be Mr. Hochstein.
Don't tell her mom.
Oh, and my mom, she's good too. But probably Mr. Hochstein because he's a good teacher, but he's just a person you just can go talk to. Like I come to school early in the morning and I'm just bored. I just go in the classroom and talk to him and crack jokes, and he's a good person to vent to sometimes. But he just sits there and listens and just makes comments that are pretty funny. So.
Mine would have to be Mrs. Neiman, and I don't have an exact reason why, but I remember 6th grade year was my most favorite year because of her.
Okay. Now, following that up, we talked a little bit before this started. Evidently, the entire 4th grade teachers retired or quit or resigned or whatever before you guys came on. Is there
afterwards too?
is there a coincidence there, or was it just bad timing?
I think 2 of them actually retired. But
our class was kind of known as the terror class for a little while.
We were bad. We were pretty bad.
Until about the 7th grade.
It was elementary school.
It was sad.
Yeah. So you guys basically grew out of it by the time you hit junior high.
Personally, I don't think.
No, let's say sophomore year high school.
Sophomore year.
Sophomore year.
Junior high was still pretty rough.
I just kind of wandered around reading.
I remember Kai when we were in kindergarten. He always had Thomas the Train shoes. That's the one thing I remember about kindergarten.
I remember in 5th grade, Sam would never stop singing. Ever.
Oh, yeah.
Never.
He never stopped
Me and Kylie, I remember this, we made a bet saying if he sang one time in class, he would have to give us $5. I remember him giving me a 10 and never giving Kylie the rest of the money.
So she owes you $5.
Yeah. That was funny.
Good. You're gonna have to make that up somehow. Yeah. All right. What was the toughest class for you to pass?
Biology.
Chemistry.
Anatomy. Yeah, that was.
Chemistry was a pretty rough time for me.
Any math class for me. I am just, I'm not terrible at math, but gosh, that was the class that really just messed me up.
Mrs. Hypes' English class.
Yeah, sad as I am to admit it, because I want to teach English, it was Mrs. Hypes' English class, but I think that was only because we went on vacation that year. We went down to Florida for a week, and so I just completely dropped the ball, and I failed a speech, and so that just dropped my whole grade for that quarter.
What about you, Miss 4.0?
Considering how stressed you've been about anatomy all year.
Yeah, everybody here was quick to answer, and Grace just kind of had like that. I don't think I had a bad class.
Stop showing off.
I think anatomy was like, you had to really work, and I think like physics you also had to really work
Yeah,
to get
definitely
grades in that
physics
class.
because a lot of formulas and
Yeah,
equations.
a lot of
studies
busy
in
work.
physics.
That's why I didn't take any math or sciences here.
Well, it's interesting the classes you guys mentioned. My toughest class was PE, so I had a heck of a time in that class.
That would be me.
It wasn't like I failed it, I just didn't like it.
I never.
All respect to Mr. Bear. He's a great teacher. I hated PE.
I liked PE. It just wasn't good athlete. I'm good at writing about it and talking about it, but actually performing it, something completely different. So, who was the funniest classmate in your class?
Oh, God.
There's so many of them.
I don't know about the funniest class, but the funniest thing I saw was our Spanish 3 videos with Schmiegel.
That was so stupid.
That was fun.
They're making a remake of it. Schmiegel 2.
That was so stupid.
I funniest classmate though.
There's so many
I
of
don't
them.
know.
Yeah.
Justin Dean has done some pretty funny
See,
things.
Yeah.
it's more of a stupid funny there. Like,
Yeah.
you do some, like,
No offense.
Don't
So
tell
we
him
were
we
in
said that.
6th grade. I remember the teacher would turn around and he would throw a pencil up and get it stuck in the ceiling. And it was one of the funniest things I can remember. I don't know. It
Was
was
that
weird.
6th or 5th?
Like Jack Osnes has
Six.
always been a comedian.
I
Yeah,
remember
he's
when we were in our pantsing stage in like middle
Oh.
school, elementary school. Hunter Jorgensen and Dylan Carlson would just pants each other all the time at recess.
That's why I started wearing a belt.
Yeah.
That's why I started wearing jeans and a belt, because
the day Colton turned into a man.
I was not okay with that thought. I never got pantsed, but I just
The
I
idea
didn't
of,
want to risk it.
I don't know why, but sometimes the girls did it. Like Kennedy Molly the pants to me once in elementary school, and that was bad.
No, I think we've got a lot of class clowns. And,
Yeah.
I mean,
We just have fun.
That is
Makes
probably
class
the
fun.
why teachers dreaded our class.
But like
there's so many.
Mr. Johnson, Mr. Speaker would always laugh at like Kai and Colton's laugh all the time. It just get people
And
going.
when you need Colton to start laughing, he can't stop.
Well, which classmate among the class of 2018 is the most likely to become world famous?
Jack Osnes.
Jack Osnes.
Jack.
Easy.
He's gonna win an Oscar someday.
He better thank us for musical.
Yep. Yeah, he's gonna be famous.
What do you think, Sam?
I don't know. Probably Jack.
Probably Jack.
Sam thinks it's
Jack's
Sam.
gonna be not Jack. Sam's gonna be an opera singer someday.
I hope so.
Looking back on school, if there's one thing you could go back and do over, what would it be?
Hit the books freshman year. Don't slack off.
Does it have to be one?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we've only got so much time.
Also, Sam, learn how to not get flat tires. That would be one good thing too. Then you cost your parents a lot of money.
I'd have not gotten a C in that sophomore English class.
A wardrobe change for me freshman year, because let's be honest, I changed a lot since freshman year.
I don't know. I would have worn my retainers at night.
Me
I had
too.
braces twice, so that was a lot of money.
I feel like
That-
Wasted.
I feel like I would have. Oh, sorry. Shay.
no. I feel like I'd do more sports and hit the books more.
I feel like I would have tried to not be so like scared, because I came in to the school system in like 5th grade, so I feel like if I could have done anything over, I would have not been so shy at first and tried to get to know everyone faster.
You definitely need to branch out, not just stick to your grade,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
like
for sure.
definitely freshman year, I would have talked to more of the seniors better, because I was just scared to death of them.
Yeah.
But
They wouldn't leave me alone.
they did that on purpose.
I know
okay?
they did, but it didn't help at all.
But like, because like from freshman year and then you go to senior year, and it's just like completely different because now the freshmen are looking up to you.
That's so weird.
I know.
Yeah.
And like, what the thing that amazes me the most is like how freshman year, I was terrified of seniors. And, like, as a senior, I don't really care if a freshman comes up and talks to me. Like,
Yeah.
it's
As
not
long
that
as
big deal.
freshmen, like in sports, found me intimidating for some reason. I don't know why, but it just happens.
Have you ever seen yourself with a softball bat in your hand?
It is a terrifying
You scare me taking pictures of you.
Sorry.
There's a couple of girls on the softball team that if a foul ball ever came my way, I'd be on the wrong end of that situation, and I don't think it'd been a pleasant one. So I always made sure and stay on the first base side so you didn't slice one off there on. Okay, you guys we're all born year 2000, correct?
I was
1999.
99. Okay, so we got a couple 99.
2000.
Okay, but you're all essentially 18 years old.
Yep.
Yes.
So finish this sentence about turning 40 in the year 2040. By the year 2040, I will be what?
I hope to be a teacher, a third grade teacher.
Married and a high school English teacher.
Married in a
Like
high
the
school
first
English
part.
teacher.
First part's confident.
I don't want to be alone.
I hope to be making a difference in the animal field and building my dream house. That is always a dream of mine.
Okay.
I hope to have it like establish my career and I don't know, be making a difference, but
Telling
also
people.
like traveling
Yeah.
would be
I'd
really
say
great.
for me, I mean, a world-renowned opera star would be beautiful to put on my resume. But I don't know, and well-traveled, and I would want to be able to look at cultures and take them in, and not be somebody that's a tourist, you know, something like that.
Uh-huh.
I think I'd like to be a JAG officer for the Air Force.
A JAG officer.
Yeah.
Explain that.
It's a lawyer.
Yeah. Okay.
I bet.
I also want 3 dogs and 1 cat.
And 1 cat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I bet we also hope that we just make a difference in the world
Okay.
because that's basically what we live
Yeah.
for.
Doesn't really
Just to
matter
make
if
a
we-
difference.
If we make money, that's great, but I would like to help somebody else along the way too.
Yeah.
That's really neat to hear that you guys all want to make some kind of a difference in the world, no matter what it is you're doing. Other than family, I would not have survived high school without what?
Henry, that's my dog. He's my golden retriever, and I love him so much.
Henry
That
is the cutest dog ever.
That is the one thing that I will never be able to. Oh my gosh.
Isaiah Long. Although I do resent him for one thing. I miss one speech meet and I come back and he's got a girlfriend. I'm like, what is this situation? And how was I not a part of it?
Oh yeah, Isaiah does have a girlfriend.
Everyone's amazed by that fact, but
Hey, go Isaiah.
Girls?
What was the question?
Other than family, I would not have survived high school without.
Honestly, pizza. But like thin crust pepperoni.
Thin crust pepperoni.
I
ate
love
that
how specific
so
she
many
is about her
times.
pizza.
I think mine would be my coaches that have helped me through cheerleading and now track.
Jen and Grace?
I have no clue. There's so many like things and people.
Just have to pick one.
Probably just like people in Wayne in general because like there's some situations like you can't turn the family, but like just anybody in Wayne you can just talk to and they'll listen and they'll give you advice and all that stuff.
I don't know. I would say like music. Just I don't know. I don't think it's a great release, and I don't know. I don't think I could have made it through high school without music.
Yeah. All right, final question. What are your plans for college and beyond? Colton, start with you.
I'm going to go to the University of Nebraska-Kearney, major in English education, and stay in Nebraska because I've done some research and Nebraska has some of the best teacher benefits in the country.
Okay.
Well, changing up from the last podcast, I'm now going to be attending the University of Colorado at Boulder with a major in vocal performance. I'd like to be able to perform in operas. That's the main goal. I'm hoping that works out. I'd like to also study abroad in Australia, like at the Sydney Opera House and that type of stuff. And then I'd like to end up being an opera star and then teaching or being a voice coach for quite a while.
Okay. Grace.
I finally decided where I'm going. I'm going to Creighton University in Omaha, and I'm going to be studying biology for pre-med. And so after med school, I hope to do pathology residencies because I would love to be a forensic pathologist. so I usually have to explain what that is. And so I'd be a medical examiner, so I'd be able to go to crime scenes and just I'd be doing autopsies on the deceased, and hopefully I really want to be an advocate, can't talk, for like human dignity, and just that's my dream, I guess.
Okay, Kylie.
I'm going to Wayne State to major in elementary education. I also want to get my coaching endorsement and then eventually get my master's degree, and I will also be playing basketball for another 4 years.
I will be attending Iowa State University and majoring in animal science and hopefully med school after that.
Okay.
I'm leaving September 17th for the U.S. Air Force, where I'll be in San Antonio, Texas for my basic training. And then I'll be in Biloxi, Mississippi for 8 months studying how to become a meteorologist. And then hopefully while I'm in the Air Force, I can get my pre-law in Spanish and French done and then go to law school and be a international lawyer.
International lawyer, all right. Well, that's, 6 members of the class of 2018 here at Wayne High School. And I tell you what, it was really hard to pick 6. I actually had 8 here, but a couple weren't able to make it to the podcast here. But really, of the group of kids in this class, to only pick out about 10% of the class was just a really tough choice for me. And there's a bunch of kids in this class that I think have some great things in store for them, including the 6 that are here with us on the podcast today. There's some great futures ahead for these young men and women, and I've been very fortunate to have seen these kids grow up over the last 9 years that I've been here in Wayne, and see them go from these little squirts that running around at high school basketball games, getting in the way of the camera guy while he's trying to take a picture, to their senior years where I ended up taking their pictures at a variety of school events, and it's been a wonderful pleasure to watch these young people grow up, and I look forward to. I hope that I can be around by the year 24 to see how these 6 in particular have turned out, and how close they've come to achieving the dreams that they had back in May of 2018, and I'm pretty confident that whatever their hopes are, that they're gonna achieve them and gonna do some great things in this world. So wanted to thank you guys for taking the time to talk this afternoon and talking with us on Voice of Wayne America, and wish you all the best of luck with your plans for beyond next Saturday, or this Saturday, when you guys take that walk, that graduation walk. So
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
all right, well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of Voice of Wayne America here on WayneAmerica.com. Again, I want to thank the members of the class of 2018 and wish them all the best of luck. And also want to thank our sponsors from Providence Medical Center for their support of the Voice of Wayne America podcast. We'll do this again very soon here on WayneAmerica.com, so check back to the website and keep updated on what's going on in the best town of all of America. That's right here in Wayne America. Have yourselves a good one, and we will see you later.